Imagine you're getting ready for an exam, and your examiner sends you that day one checklist, and it includes AI governance for the first time. What do? Do you panic? Or do you turn to AIMS, our AI monitoring and governance system? Hello and good morning. My name is Lisa Pent. I am the CEO and founder of PentEdge. Our motto is AI with Guardrails. I have over 30 years of financial services experience, including community banking. We believe that community financial institutions deserve to have access to the same technology as their larger counterparts and be able to manage that risk, regardless of the size of their teams. I'm thrilled to be joined by my colleague, Dina, who joined us all the way from India today. So what does AIMS do? AIMS does three things. First, it creates an inventory and regulatory mapping of every AI tool in your environment. Second, it assigns each a risk score. And third, in one click, it produces a report that you can hand to that examiner on that first day. Over the next few minutes, we will show you how easy AIMS is to use and how your head of compliance, chief risk officer, board, and examiners will benefit from a single platform, saving you both time and money. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not another vendor management tool. We have created the financial industry's very first risk score designed specifically for AI, and we're going to show you how that works. So let's go to the risk scoring. Our proprietary risk scoring system has three components. First, it looks at the inherent risk in every tool and measures it across 5 different criteria. Things like model risk and access to sensitive data like PII. Second, we look at what you're doing to mitigate that risk across 6 different categories. Things like training your staff and vendor due diligence. Third, a residual risk score, which rolls up into that examiner report that you're going to hand that examiner on day one, all in one click. So let's go to the examiner report. Every AI tool is there, scored, documented, and mapped to the regulatory framework that governs it. And at the bottom of the report, your attestation that tells the examiner this is a full and complete picture of the AI in your environment. Now, let's say you're in your office and the CEO comes in and says, our board is asking the same questions as the examiners. What do? One click, a board report, full inventory of all of your AI tools, who within your organization signed off on those tools, and a risk score. Your CRO is positioned to walk into the next audit committee meeting, hand them this report, and it will completely change the tone of that meeting. Now, Dina, we had something pretty exciting happen recently. We have a potential new client who wants to know whether or not we can get them ready using AIMS for their next exam, and also what's under the hood of our product.
Yep.
What do we tell them?
Thanks, Lisa. In short, yes. The product is built on 3 points, right? First one is it is agentless by design. What I mean agentless by design is we don't install any softwares on your end machine. We connect to the existing system, and then we connect it through a third party, like the API, and it's only a read-only API that we connect. And we do not interrupt the code that is existing already. And all you need to do is give us the permission, and then we read the data, and then do the risk scoring and the governance decisions. Secondly, the cloud tenants will be dedicated to each of our clients. And so there is no cross-institutional data that is mixing. and your data is secure by that way. And thirdly, the risk engine is auditable end-to-end. Every score traces to a published regulatory framework, and every governance decision that is made is recorded who, when, and what changes were made. And therefore, the audit trail is maintained properly. AIMS, in such a way, is already in production, built on an enterprise grade, and it is ready for the due diligence, and it is ready for deployment. Yes, Lisa.
So AIMS does three things: AI inventory mapped to regulatory, risk scoring, one click, the report that you need for examiners and your board. And we have built the industry's first risk scoring system specifically for AI. We're not just selling software, we're selling the answer to the question that your examiner is about to ask you. So please, vote for PentEdge for Best of Show, and thank you for your time.